Hi, everybody. How is everyone tonight? This is so awesome. Just so you know, I am broadcasting everywhere all at once. That's what I'm doing right now. And my phone keeps going off, which is funny because it's connected to the audio system. So you may actually hear my phone coming through, which is funny to me. Let me see who that is. No, let's not. I will do that on a break. Let's just begin with something really funny. Hi, hi. Oh my God, this is so cool. Hold on, here we go. Hmm. Let's see what happens. Camera number 2 is check. I almost want the projector closer. Hold on, okay? Give me a second. This way I can reach over and move it. And you guys can see more funky visuals. If I can get it in focus. Good enough. Good enough for the evening. So I can hear myself. I hope everyone can hear me as well. And the echo box is on whenever I need it in a much better way than it was in the beginning. Everything's live. Let us begin. I know. Everywhere. I said I would go everywhere. I'm going to make a habit of doing it this way. I like it. I hope it doesn't crash, but I like it. Um, so we're 5 minutes early. I decided to come in early just to make sure everything was working. And it does appear as if only my typing skills could improve, then we'd really be doing something. So, oh God, that's weird. You know what? We'll keep it for now. So, that's funny. Hold on. Yeah, wow, I can do all that. That's neat. We'll put them over there. Yeah, that way they're on the wall and you can see the thing on top of here somewhere. See, you can follow me, that kind of stuff. Yeah, noise gate's a little hard, but you know what? What you're not hearing is the fan noise. I've got, just so that you know what's running in this room, which is really crazy how quiet I actually have it. If you were in this room with me, you'd be like, how is it possible? I have a computer down there that's running all the software elements and all the other things that I've got going, and it has 3 fans in it, and they're loud. Let me put it to you this way. I used to have the studio in a separate section of the room so that when we tracked vocals, we wouldn't be able to pick up that fan. So the the fact that it's not picking it up is amazing. But I can fix that. And then there's a fan from the projector. Let me see something real quick. Look what else I've got. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all those compliments. Ooh, lights. Let me try something here. Better? Yeah, you can hear the fan as it kicks out, but yeah, I don't want to hear that fan. So, fast noise gate. Sorry. But we're here. It's happening. And I'm anxious. So, we have 2 minutes to go, and there are some people that I'm sure are going to show up late, but they'll miss out. So, oh well, I guess we'll start. Let's pretend you just got here. And, what should I start with? Let's see. What I planned so that it's kind of, you know what? I always forget where everything is. That's that camera. Okay, that's A. That's B. Okay. All right, so let me get something out of the way because I see what you're doing there. I see like, hey, play this, play that. I know you want me to play stuff from Peace. So let's get this out of the way so that we're clear. I cannot play anything from the Peace album straight off CD or recordings of any kind because every time I do it, it gets flagged and I have to go through a crazy rigmarole just to have the video not be banned because Sony does not like me to play anything from Peace ever. So you can complain to them. You can complain to them, but not me. I can't do anything about it. So if I sing them, that's different. I may do that on occasion. That's going to happen, I swear. But so I'm going to start with something you don't even know that exists. I'll leave this camera on too because it's the right one for this job. And I've got all the nice lights on, so let's just throw some. Yeah, let's throw some stuff right there. That's good. Yeah, that's good. It is 8 o'clock. And so we begin. I don't know what happened, but it keeps happening. So I'm thinking it's probably a bad cable somewhere. But yeah, that was, of course, a bit of a Kraftwerk cover. Um, and it was supposed to be something that we would use to start a show off. But every time we were going to do it, for some reason we chickened out. I don't know if we actually did it or used it once, but it's always been there and we were always going to use it. It was one of those like, we need to do it, we need to do it, and it just never happened. So today I was going through some stuff and I thought, I'll play it. And it's nice to jam along. So that was something funny. And that answers a question that people always ask. Will you do covers and all that stuff? Huh. Wait, hold on. I saw an interesting question just now. Let me fix this chat because I can, and it's very rad. This is so cool. I can see every single comment from every single different place, which is really awesome. So this is from YouTube. What inspired Living in Oblivion and the lyrics? I remember at one of your concerts in Chicago, you had mentioned the Rodney King riots, but just curious. No, the song was not inspired by the Rodney King riots because that happened after, if memory serves correct. Because wasn't that like 93-ish? I can't remember. Does anyone remember when that was? Anyone? History? Um, no, I wrote that back in New Jersey. It was one of the first demos that I wrote and recorded. And it was during like, I want to say it was 86, 87 maybe when that was written. Sorry, I forget about this too. Um, so yeah. That's right, Steve. It was metal on metal mix, which one of these days I will have to open up the project so you can see all the different things I did with it. Um, but so you know, I did not sample Kraftwerk. I had to recreate every single thing in there. So it was fun. Um, uh, someone wrote something funny. I won't say what it says, but yes, I will use the cover. I promise. It's worth using again. Um, so how is everyone? How are you? How is your life, your world in quarantine? Just want you to know I'm going stir crazy. I've been doing a lot of crazy things to keep myself busy, but I'm going nuts. So how are you doing? I'm looking at your comments over here, which if I do this, that may actually help so that I stay looking at that camera right over there, even though it's funky. That camera always confuses me. I don't know. It's like it's pointing in the wrong direction, but I can't even explain it. I think it must be image reversed or something. I'm not sure. But so how is everyone? Ha, someone wrote, you tried using it in Houston, I believe, and then you sort of chickened out on it. I think that may be true. I think that is exactly what happened. But I'll probably do it again. I guess the main reason was I wanted to have more stuff on stage when I did it. But a question that was asked, I believe, 2 episodes ago was if there were any other B-sides from the Hope album. And today I looked around and I found play one of them really fast and then I'll come back and then I'll read your questions because I think this is better. I tried to do the questions ahead of time, but nobody seemed interested in asking any hard questions, and I would have answered them too. That's what I want you to know. But here we go. I believe. Oh yeah, this one is a funny track, um, which you'll understand why. Well, okay. So during the Hope era, I was going back to a very electronic sound. I was trying to get to the purest electronics that I could. So of course I listened to a lot of DAF, I listened to Kraftwerk, Stockhausen, all the weird stuff from the 70s because I really wanted to get to that stuff. So one of the reasons that I did that metal on metal cover was because I wrote this particular track, and at one point I'm sure it had words, but it never wound up on the Hope album. But I'm going to play it. Aptly enough, right now it's called Make Your Own Song. can make your own song. So, yeah, that was one of the B-sides, or whatever you want to call it, that was supposed to be off of Hope. And it didn't work out that way. But I always liked it. I wanted to make up words to this song, but it just never happened, although I had lots of ideas for it. Interesting question from YouTube. Did you ever go to Medusa on Sheffield on Chicago back in the day? It was a place where kids like us in the mid to late 80s escaped the suburbs and found our people. It changed my life. Well, no, because I didn't live in Chicago. So from Chicago, I mean, obviously, in every little city that I don't know why I said little, in every city that we ever played, we had these pocket clubs that were like family to us. In New Jersey, obviously, it was the Pipeline. In Chicago, it was Alcatraz. So if there's any Alcatraz in the house, that's awesome. You know, I don't know if I just said this, but El Paso, we had 101, of course. So, yeah, Alcatraz was the place, more or less, that we really did a lot of gigs at. And then from there, I think we did Apollo 2000, that theater, which, by the way, they were really mad at me. I'm going to tell you a funny story about the Apollo 2000. So that's when I was doing some sample triggering, and they were trying to restore the theater. So one of the funniest things happened there. I was doing sound check, and I hit a note like this, but it was like a really long 808 note, and a part of the ceiling fell. And they were really mad. They're like, "Are you going to be playing stuff like that all night?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry." And yeah, some pieces of the ceiling fell, which was really funny. But I liked playing Alcatraz, except for one particular show that was really infamous, because we played and our flight left literally 40 minutes after the show. So we literally had to get out off stage, run to the car, and drive with all the gear all messed up inside the car and try to make that plane because we had a show somewhere else. So that's how I remember that. No, I didn't miss 101, Eric. I didn't. I said it. How could I forget 101? Are you kidding me? 101 is like family to me. No, I didn't forget. So yeah, it was funny. So all those places obviously hold special memories, right? So there's that. But anyway, you didn't get over here to just watch me talk about stuff. I mean, that's cool and all, but... So this next one is also a B-side from Hope, except this one does have... Uh-oh. Hold on. Funny. It was in the wrong place. So this song I really like. So this one does have vocals. This was a demo. Never got really fleshed out past this point, but it was going to be on the Hope album. This was the song that was going to close the album originally. So here we go. And meanwhile, I'll read your comments. And I'll try to answer your questions when I come back. Because I can. Sort of. Do you know Message Israel? So I'm getting requests to like speak Spanish too, and speaking in English right now is already difficult. I never thought speaking English was going to be difficult. Speaking in Spanish is probably going to be 10 times worse. So I will do it when I feel a little bit more confident that this is all working. Because it's not always working, but I'm doing my best. Um, so yeah, that was called Listening to the Sun, and it was also like supposed to be the tail end of Hope. And obviously, I picked a different song, and the song that closes the album is the one I like, and all that stuff. But I've always had a soft spot for this one, so it will have to be released somehow. Although I did once, I think I put it out like for New Year's, like a free download or something, but it was a long time ago on the old site. So things got lost, and then obviously only like 20 people probably heard it. So, so that's that. That's it. Show's over. Bye. No, I'm kidding. So the next thing. So this is funny. I gotta show you this real quick. Let me switch cameras. So that's weird. I thought this was much longer. Okay. I think I'm in the right. Yeah, I am. So this, look at this. It's black. Do you see that it's black? This was once the actual Peace album on cassette. That's not what's in here now. But yeah, that was some sort of statement back then. I think I'm still making that statement. But what I found on it blew my effing mind. So I want to play this. Well, actually, wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna play this yet. It's pretty crazy what I found on this tape. Um, so bear with me, okay? I have a lot to do in this room. Which reminds me, I thought I would give you a short tour. Hold on. Yes, it's that crowded in here. This is obviously going to mess up everything, so don't be surprised, okay? So, yeah, this is my studio. Hold on. This is where I work most of the time. Ah, hold on. So that's where all my cool stuff's hanging, my hats and whatnot, but also I have like odd things that I collect from tours. This was from when I was watching the World Cup. I love this flag. I have this one hanging. This is when we did a show in Peru, which I also have hanging on this wall. My various robots and oddball pieces. That's a shortwave radio, which I love to sample on occasion. My little Korg. Um, my APC, my mixer, my little recorder, which I use a lot. I'm running Ableton just because that's what I love. I'll use it. My MS-20 controller, which is not doing anything tonight. That's always set to my Juno. and machine, which is running just sounds right now. My microphone, fancy lights, an extra lens, I don't know, visual feedback, your chats. Look at that, you can see yourselves. Ooh. Anyway, I'm just being funny. But there's a good reason why I'm able to move about and switch cameras and stuff, because in the future I want to be able to do some live recording in here and then have you guys watch. So that's kind of like what I'm trying to do. So, we'll take the projector and project somewhere else. There we go. Okay, that way I can just talk to you and not get visuals in my face. So many people. This is so cool. Please excuse this. I just want to say thank you to all of you for tuning in and making this happen. This is as much for me as it is for you, because without it, I think I would die. I would wither away and die. I need this sort of interaction with you guys. So for me, it's special. Um, I wish this was better right now, but there's nothing I can do about that at the moment. But I will. I'm trying. I'm practicing every day. So I am getting there. Um, don't know if I told you guys, but I was supposed to go in and get it all finished, but unfortunately, because we're on lockdown, elective surgeries and anything like that is still not possible. So I kind of have to wait, which kind of sucks because I wanted to start practicing and get it better, you know. But it's not that it's bad; it's just that I'm a little self-conscious. Um, okay, let me look at some of your questions. So I'm gonna switch. And in case you're wondering where you can see everything, that's where. Um, so high tech. See, like, watch. Follow me. So funny. Um, so I am looking to see what you are writing. So thank you, thank you, thank you for all those beautiful comments. I really love that. Thank you, thank you. Someone said something interesting. You must relax a lot to be interacting to deal with this quarantine. I'm not relaxing so much. I'm actually working really hard. I I tried really hard to fix up this room so that I could broadcast. I got lucky in that over time I'd been collecting the cameras. I do photography too, so I had been collecting cameras and different things to do streaming, but I thought it wasn't going to happen in this particular apartment because it's so small. So I literally thought that um, the streaming stuff was going to happen when we move. But thanks to surgery and all the other stuff that happened, and this um, COVID-19 crap, um, which is everybody's story. It's not that I'm special. I can tell you, everyone tells me the same story. The timing was the worst. I don't know that you could ever pick a good timing for a pandemic. It's just the way it is. So, but yeah, it did put a damper on a few things, that's for sure. But one thing that it did do was I got out all these cameras and I started playing around with software, and I was like, okay, this is the time to learn. This is the time to do the things that I was going to do later. We'll have to rewire the studio. We will have to practice, and we will have to work towards doing shows from the studio. So that's going to be even weirder when I start doing that. I'm not ready for that yet, but that's what I'm working towards. So for now, archives, weird tapes, interaction. I hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're not too bored. I really do. I hope you're not bored. But so I'm looking at your questions. And my God, there's so many. This is great. So you're okay. So Miguel says, thanks for the stream from Maryland at this hour, ready for interesting news. So when you say interesting news, you mean from the news? Is something happened that I should know about that I'm in a little bubble right now? Um, Gino says, call Chinito. Yeah, I know. So yeah, Mike says the studio is small, but the neighborhood is great. Yes, the neighborhood was great. Was. Now it's not so great because I'm stuck in here and I can't be out there. But yeah, I used to be able to walk on the beach. I thought I was getting fit. See, it's just that funny thing, and I'm sure everybody does it. If only. Yukon says right now, who would win a foot race between you, Pablo, and Danya? You know what? It'd be a close one between me and Danya, because I know she maintains. She's got the fitness thing going on. So and she does the marathon, so she'd probably beat me. But I can now hold my breath a very long time. A very long time. I always forget to get the mic. I don't know why. You'd think it would be like a natural thing, right? But Ben Noble, what synthpop song do you wish you had written and recorded? None. For whoever wrote and recorded them, I am never going to feel an ounce of envy. I just love that stuff. So, none. I'm just happy that I can write them too. What kind of software instruments did you use to record Peace? That's a funny one. There was no software on Peace because all of it was hardware. Which is a funny question because everyone thinks that because of that, I am a hardware only guy or a software only guy, and that's another whatever. So I'm going to play a song from Hope, which I can play because I own it. I'm going to play a song from Hope, and I've been watching a lot of TV when I'm not working, obviously. Especially Netflix and Prime and all that stuff, because you get some good movies and old shows and whatnot. But the one that I really fell in love with recently was Tales from the Loop. And especially the last episode. I may be giving something away by showing you this, but I'm going to show you something and then I'm going to play a song and then I'll come back. Here we go. Well, first of all, before I say anything else, so time is an interesting word for me. I realized that time is something that most of us cannot really define. We're trying to define it right now because we have all the time in the world to do things, and yet I still hear a lot of friends saying, I don't have time. And I'm like, all you have is time. But there's truth to that there's not always enough time. So this song and that episode of Tales from the Loop was sort of they're intertwined in some weird way, even though one was a long time ago. But just watch.
Why can't things stay how they were?
Because of time.
Time?
Mm-hmm.
I can watch the time go by like a broken tape machine, playing over all the parts of a forgotten scene. Sometimes I can feel the world as if it were a dream, all wrapped up inside of me. I'd like to set it free. I can close my eyes to all the suffering I see. I can tell that all of this is one more test for me. So rise, we will rise above it all. Rise. All throughout our history, we try to understand. What the books don't tell us is what hides within the man. Still, we'll remember all the pain that brought us here. Don't regret the struggles that will stay in you for years. So rise, we will rise above it all. Rise. We can rise so high above the great divided sky. We can make ourselves believe we know the reasons why. So rise, we will rise above it all. Rise. We will rise above it all. Rise. We will rise above it all. Rise. We will rise above it all. We will all ascend.
So I'm getting better at this. Switching stuff. All that stuff I used to do for a living before, or trying to survive for a living. a long time ago really has helped. Um, so I actually, hold on. I actually have the broken tape machine, but it's not so broken anymore. We'll see it again. So I've got to switch something on so that I can play two songs that are not in this area. So I'm going to, it should only take me about half a minute. So because of that, here's intermission. That's going to be a problem. So, probably can't see anything. I didn't think of that. But I do have a light somewhere. Oh, I do. I am so prepared. Yes, it's cassette time. Almost like we're in the dark. Ooh, I like it. Let's make it so all the way then. Why not? We are in the dark. I am in the dark. So, that's my tape deck. Yes, we are live. And remember I said there was something on this tape that we were going to play? So, this is Peace, the Black Album. So let me get. So I'm gonna put the tape in. So today, hold on. Maybe I can fix this. I'm on the floor. So today, I found this tape and I was really surprised that I found this recording. Hold on. I'll explain it. All this drama. All this drama for a tape. Where else would we do this? So yeah, I found that tape. this tape, and I found an interesting song on it. I found the first recording of not our dreams. I said that because someone wrote it and I was like, our dreams? No, not that. This is actually the very first recording with vocals of Soul on Fire. And it has, the words are not the same and there's different parts and that kind of stuff. So I will play that next because I can. With a little bit of Living in Oblivion in there too.
could hold you now. If you should leave me now, there's nowhere to go today. I saw you walking away from all I know. There's nothing more to say. The world has gone away. My heart is on fire. My heart will burn. My heart is on fire. My soul will burn.
Oh, crap. It's not really that it's the Black Album, as in there's a lot of stuff in here. It actually only had 2 or 3 things. One of them was a really weird remix of Living in Oblivion, but there's no vocals. It's just a weird instrumental thing. We'll try to play that another time. But I just thought it was funny that the tape was all colored black like that. So this next one is a little embarrassing to play, but I'm going to show you how embarrassing this tape that I'm holding in my hand actually is. Look at the title on it. Before I play that, I'm going to go back and look at some questions. So I'm going to switch cameras again so I can look even weirder while I'm answering questions. And that way, if people tune in, they can see that, I don't know what they can see, but I'm going to just look at some of the questions and see if I can answer them. So, let's see. By the way, thank you so much for tuning in. Can I say that again and again and again, how amazing it is that you guys actually tune in? So I hope that you guys will share the hell out of this because I'd love it to grow because it would be good for me too. It's a good way to support me at this time. But so I'm reading. I get this one a lot, so I'm going to answer this one. I've always wondered, this is on Facebook, I've always wondered, and I even wrote a handwritten letter back in the day and sent it to the Orangeworks address asking my question, and I bet you I have that letter somewhere. And I'm sure you were too busy to answer then. Maybe. I mean, we did get a lot of letters back then at the Orangeworks address. But it says, on hope, Danya chants, peace, love, worth, hope. There is an awesome peace album. There's an awesome worth album. And I love the hope album. So was there ever or consideration of a love album? Yes, there was. We were going to do it. But it never really materialized. It just didn't happen. So I guess that's where we left it. The other thing was that I saw that there'd been a lot of releases with that title, and I thought, we can be more imaginative than just add that. Never mind the fact that I just happened to pick the word love because I actually had samples of Danya saying life, love, peace, worth, and death. So it could have been death. I would have added death there, then everybody would be asking if there's a death album. But there might be. I just never released it. Let's see. Let's see what else we've got. It's just a mention. Someone said that a couple of songs in during a Fullerton show, there was a blackout and the rest of the show was played acoustic with everyone just sitting in front of the stage. Yeah, it was the only show we've ever done by candlelight. And we really love that. And man, I had high hopes for that venue because it was literally about 10 minutes from my house. So I thought this is going to be great. We're going to build our California audience because we're going to have a backyard place to play and it's going to be awesome. And it didn't happen. Unfortunately, it folded. But I saw a lot of great bands there. Really, really loved Fullerton. The studio in Fullerton too, because someone mentioned air drums, so I have to explain something about air drums. In the old Fullerton studio, I used to actually have a drum set inside the studio as well as a piano, and every Sunday I would do what I call the drum sessions, and basically I would play drums for like 3 hours. It was always mic'd up. That entire room was always mic'd up, and I would play the drums for several hours, record everything, and then later just chop up the drums and make samples and loops and stuff. So I always loved playing drums. I can only play good for about 6 to 8 bars, but I only need 4. After that, I'm good. So I'm not the world's greatest drummer, but I am inventive. So because that came up last time, I have a song that I want to play tonight from that uses the drum loops that I made myself, so that people know I do play drums too. Obviously, I do have rhythm, Let's see, what else you got? The computer never works when I want it to. So, Vic20 on YouTube asks, did you own an Sonic SQ80 or ESQ1? Band-wise, we own both. I had the ESQ1, the keyboard, and the rack mount. Paul had the SQ80, so we used both of them very interchangeably. But arguably, the ESQ1 got a lot more use. Today, in fact, well, I posted this on Instagram and all that, but one of the things that happened that was really cool was that I found a data cassette which will load the sequences back into the ESQ1. So maybe for the next stream, I'll bring it out so we can see what was on it. That might be fun. And Andres asks, I'm not sure if someone already asked this, but is there a possibility of all you guys together making a new album and or on stage in the near future? I would say that I'm open to it. I know they're open to it, but whether it happens, I don't foresee it. As far as recording goes, I really don't think so, unless it was something where they're on different things, so I don't know that it would work in that sense. But I'm open, of course. I would love it, especially for live shows. I think that's where we shined, the three of us. In the studio, I mean, people don't realize it, but in the studio, I was mostly by myself. So that wouldn't change. But honestly, live, I would love it. Why wouldn't I? I love my bandmates. I still do. I love you, Danya. I know you're probably watching going, you liar. I'm kidding. No, I do. I love my bandmates. And it's times like these where you kind of miss those days too. I was touring and all that stuff, and so obviously, yeah. So, way to go. Bummer question there, man. No, I'm kidding. So let's see. Hmm. Ooh, this question's apropos for. So check this out. Hmm. So, yeah, the question is, where do you make the most money from? The the one that definitely makes the most is Bandcamp. So, if you don't know, let's see. Bling. So on Bandcamp, we just put out the I always say we, I don't know why. The When We Lie 12-inch, and I would definitely watch that space on Bandcamp because very soon I will have something else on there. See that? That's a tease. So, oops. No. Anyway, that was a tease. Yeah, so Bandcamp is the one that you can support me the most. But obviously iTunes is great. Put Spotify on and just leave it on all day, just going. That'll be great. Um, Darwin asks, "Hi Darwin, I miss you, brother. Um, do you have any pictures of the studio where Peace was recorded?" You know what's funny? Looking back, that studio was really dark and it was kind of gloomy. Um, because it was dark and gloomy, I don't think we ever took pictures in it at all. So there's no pictures of us recording in that room. Um, I just remember that the console was really huge and it was hard to get stuff. And the vocal booth was nice. I remember that. There's a funny story about that too, um, which I'll tell one day. But yeah, there's a lot of pictures were taken of everywhere else we recorded, but for some reason not the first album, which you would think we would, but it just goes to show you where our heads were at during that time. We were going through a rough period, man. Um, so Scott asks, do the lyrics come first and the music follows, or does the melody music come first, or do the words and music present themselves together? All of the above. It all depends. I mean, sometimes I think I've got it all set. Music happens, then the words are supposed to come. Never happens. And then I'll be taking a walk and I've got a great idea for a melody and words start coming, and then I have to come home and arrange the music to the words. So it varies. I try not to have a method because I know that once I've ascribed a method to it, it'll fail. So I try not to. Um, okay, time for a song. We'll get to that in a minute. So, hmm, so this song, it freaked me out the other day. I was looking at. Huh, I forgot to switch the other camera. I'm always talking to the wrong camera. So this song freaked me out because I was going through all the old archives, and of course the masters of everything is in there. So obviously I'll listen to something here and there and go, oh, I forgot about that song. But this was from the Diaries' second album, which oddly enough was called Separate. And as I was looking through the artwork, I noticed that one of the pieces of one of the photos in there was a woman and a child, and both of them are wearing masks. So it was really eerie feeling. So it made me want to listen to the record again and just figure out where my headspace was at. So then this song stuck out, so I thought, I'll play that. So this is the Diary. I'm playing drums on it, real drums, and this is called Everything Ends and No One Pays Attention.
After thinking madness on the bus, thought I'd walked into a wall. Cause everything in its place, meaningless into space. What to say, so behave, what is wrong anyway? Close the door, set a fire, turn the lights for a while. Everything is bittersweet, melodies and then it fades. Everything ends, but no one pays attention. Happens all the time. Everything ends, but no one pays attention. Happens all the time. Are you afraid? Are you afraid? Why your life turns around when you find happiness has become all the world in your mind, atmosphere. Everything crowds you in, searching for sympathy, urgency, decency, all the while in agony. Everything ends, but no one pays attention. Happens all the time. Everything ends, but no one pays attention. Happens all the time. It happens all the time. All this dying all around, hardly loud but it makes sound. Screaming all within my head. Listen to the voice that says everything ends but no one pays attention. Happens all the time. Everything ends but no one pays attention. Happens all the time. Everything ends but no one pays attention. Happens all the time. Everything ends but no one pays attention. Happens all the time. It happens all the time. It happens all the time. Happens all the time.
So yeah, everything ends and no one pays attention. When all this is over, everyone keeps saying that to me. When all this is over, we will do this. When all this is over, we will do that. Is it ever going to be over? That's what I keep asking myself. Is it ever going to be over, or do we have to accept that this is a new normal? So, personally, I'm looking forward to my spacesuit. I think it'll be cool. Some people just showing up. That's kind of cool. So, someone asked me a question about sampling. Do I sample, or like, why don't I sample, or did I ever do stuff with sampling? And the question was that they mean sampling, or they meant sampling as in snippets of audio and dialogue, and I never really did that, or I went through a phase when I did that, and then it was over as fast as it came. My use of sampling is a bit different than most people. So one day I'll have to explain it by showing you, but I can't really show you that now. But it relates to this tape right here. So this tape, I'll just say it like this. This is the weirdest tape of the weirdest stuff I ever have recorded. Some of it is very embarrassing because it's very out of character. So some of it, I don't understand what I was thinking. So I'm going to play one song from there so you'll kind of get it. This is my foray into sampling, or non-sampling, since I didn't have a sampler when I did this. So how I triggered these is, I can't even explain it to you. You wouldn't understand. But this is like that tape. Tape's going in. Here goes. I think I'm going to want to crawl under a rock. So I'll show you visuals. That's what I'll do. Tape.
1 1 2 1 1 1 2. A row of houses. A row of houses with people sleeping in their beds. Although the hands of time practice treachery, and oh, the borders open, the east is free.
On the job.
The east is free.
On the job.
1 1 2. 1 1 2. Cheering as the border crumbles overnight, smiling faces as the years of torment are chipped away.
On the job.
Chipped away.
On the job.
Chipped away.
On the job.
Chipped away. And oh, what a very relishing sight to see. What was gray now is free. years of torment chipped away. We will be saved. 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 We have lost all self-control at this moment.
Been hurt on the job. Workers' compensation. Been hurt on the job. Workers' compensation.
Oh my God. So, what I found fascinating about that tape when I was playing it today, because I hadn't heard it in I don't even know how long, I figured out that A, I had a cold, B, there was no sampler. I used to have a sampling delay that only had 1 second of sampling, so I think the injured on the job bit was the only sample. All the other stuff was me talking into the mic pretending to be a sample, which is really funny. But someone wrote, could be a Cabaret Voltaire mix. I was probably listening to that around that time too. So the industrial era went right through me from 88 to 89, and then it was over. Like, it went through so fast. So this tape is full of that stuff. Which is funny. Some of it's just really bad, but I enjoyed it. It's one of those funny things. Like, but I thought it was funny because I was listening to the lyrics, and it's like, people in their houses, we will be saved. I'm like, what the hell? I'm freaking myself out. All these weird references to being stuck inside. So anyway, we're getting close to that time. Oh my God, we've been at it for a while. So I think I better start closing this shop now. So this song is also from the diary, but it's from the third record, which nobody knows. It was one of those weird feelings, like I want to listen to real blues, like a real blues album, and I wanted to make one. And not blues like you hear it now, because I don't like blues now. Like, it's like a 5-piece band. It's like dun, 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 like that kind of stuff. No, that's not the kind of blues I'm talking about. I was thinking of like the old 40s and 50s, that kind of stuff. So I wanted to play you a song that is from that time, which I like, and is apropos since we're coming to the end soon. This is called The Last Goodbye. Whenever you close the door, And with that, I say good night.